Hi guys, it's Hilary putting on my toe socks. I am in the studio a little early today, but I wanted to have some teacher space with you today. I feel like we're all kind of needing to breathe and move and get rid of some stress. I don't know about you. Wore the shirt for the occasion and I'm on the Wunda chair. So the Wunda chair, if I can get my socks on right, I think it's a really good one to kind of get not only connections and concepts, key concepts for you and your client, but also some great endurance, right? So one of the ones I thought of in terms of getting that out is mountain climber front. Not one of my favorites. I don't have happy knees from years of teaching fitness before I found Pilates, and then sports and all that fun stuff. But there's a way to do it and also connect to the reformer and connect to the mat with our rolling ball, rolling back, our knee stretches, all of this kind of in here, that whole center for teaser and open like rocker and jackknife and all of these wonderful things. But it's really endurance for that leg that's on the bench, right? I mean, that's the one that's like, oh my God, I'm dying. So I wanted to take a look at it today with you. And I think the shirt fits, never give up, you can do this. I know for some, being in a position, you just need to be careful of those knees that maybe if they bother, but maybe you can adjust and kind of be where you can be, because what really needs to happen, and I hope I have this set up okay, is this like pulling in, right? That knee stretch or tiger stretch of really pulling in. And I know for me, I had a client once that this wasn't something I had given to her because she didn't really have that connection yet, right? But she went somewhere and they had a sub and they gave it to her and she felt like a complete failure because she couldn't do it. So we went back to it and I said, let's just get this set up because that's really a lot of work. So we went into the setup and just holding that and finding that she was dying and she felt like she had done something, like that she had been challenged enough that it was like, yes, I can do this, even though we didn't even go into the full expression of it, right? So maybe just finding that position for them is the work. And then from there, moving forward, maybe going into it more. But let's just take a look at it. I'm just gonna I have it on too high, I have it pretty heavy. And we're just gonna place one foot on the pedal and one foot here. And I'm gonna see, I think I'm in a good position for you. There's lots of different, coming up, going down, but we're just gonna find our position and kind of go from there. So fingertips, I'm just gonna have them here on the bench. And I'm just gonna bring myself up to where this leg is perpendicular, or as best as I can, to the floor. And again, like I said, I don't have happy knees. So this isn't one that is usually in my repertoire, but I can do it and be happy knees by finding my range and my position. So from there, I'm just gonna round up. Think of elephant. Here's our ball. We're going back to our ball. And I'm gonna pull that knee in without trying to lift up, right? So I'm gonna try to bring that pedal all the way up. So this is where I had her, just trying to stay in that rounded and the pedal up, and she was just like, oh my God, I'm dying, because it is. And again, it's that endurance of that leg. And so maybe that's where she stays, right? Maybe that's where it is, because they kind of want to come up, right? So from there, if they want, then they keep rounded, and then you can add those pumps. But again, bringing it all the way back in each time. And that's really where that work is. I ate breakfast. But again, just finding that position. I'll switch legs here. So of course then you can go into the hole, which this again, if you think about it, not happy knees, I start to come up, not so happy for me, right? But that doesn't mean that someone else can't go there. So that's what I love about the work, and see, it's endurance, we talked about that earlier, is that you can break it down without losing anything in the work. And just by her holding that position, she felt accomplished. She was challenged. We were getting a concept for her that we needed in the other work. And then for those that get that, and then you can keep going into the full expression of it for them, whatever it is for them. So that's kind of why I wanted to look at it today. I feel like we need to do some endurance stuff today. Get it out, breathe. And two, to show that just because something seems very challenging for someone and very difficult, it's a lot of endurance here, doesn't mean you can't just get it for that person, the expression that works for them, and then maybe carry it, or maybe it stays there, or maybe eventually it goes somewhere. But the bottom line is they find something here, they get that, you take them to the mat, you take them, all of a sudden it's like, oh, remember that feeling when you were trying not to be on your thigh and you were holding? Here we are. And they're like, oh, you're right. So anyway, that's it. I hope you have a wonderful, hello, Bridge Pilates. Ooh, miss you. Hi, Dana. Anyway, enjoy your week. Breathe. Very important from now until next week. Breathe. Let Pilates do its thing for you. Okay. Bye, guys. I'll see you next week.